I don't know, you can say what you want about this movie. This was like my gay Avengers. I had a blasty blast with this movie. Hello Flickering Myth family and welcome to our channel. My name is EJ Marino and I am so excited for this week's video. Yes, the time is here. It has been a year in the making. We are going to be diving into the sequel of Wicked. Yes, let's talk about Wicked for Good. This was one of those interesting scenarios where I got to screen a movie after the embargo lifted. So I'm like getting already a bit of the overall general consensus. And then I walk into this with my own feelings of going, I don't really love Act 2 of the Wicked, the stage show. It's not my favorite half. I think the first half is much stronger. So I'm walking into this movie with lowered expectations. But this movie blew those lowered expectations and then reminded me of going, you should have had them a bit higher, because I think this is a glitterified spectacle. This is so bombastic, over the top. It's bigger, it's bolder. It's exactly what a blockbuster sequel should be. In the weirdest comparison I can give this, the Wicked Part 1 was Terminator. This is T2. This is Judgment Day. This is a bigger film. Though I will say, to kind of go with that comparison, I think T2 is better than the first Terminator movie, but I do think Wicked 1 is better than Part 2 still. There was something about For Good that doesn't have that, like, it just sinks its teeth into me the way that original film did, but with repeat viewings, I could like For Good a lot more. I really enjoyed this movie. I thought, like I said, it's a bigger film, it's more over the top, it's a spectacle, it's a blockbuster. We need movies like this. I think that's what I'm mostly amazed by, still to this moment, that we got a pink and green, a glittery, a witchy, a fun blockbuster like this. We're usually not blessed in the musical world, in the camp world, in the LGBT world to get a movie on the scale of this. This is truly a big deal. This movie has had marketing, has had all of the oomph, all of the major attention behind it, and it's still shocking that this even happened. The fact that Wicked is as big of a deal as it is, it's mind-blowing, and then I think this movie lives up to that hype, lives up to those expectations. It's just exactly the kind of dumb fun I'm happy we're getting in a world like this. Like, it's mind-blowing. This movie could have easily just never been a big hit, and we would have never got a sequel. That could have happened easily 10 years ago, but we're in the mood for something wicked, and something wicked this way comes because, goodness, this is exactly what I wanted from this evening at the movies. Following the story of Wicked for Good is super easy. The movie does a time jump, which it handles it pretty well. It also reestablishes ourselves to this world. I love it. So yes, Elphaba has this journey she's going on. She's decided to take a stand against the wizard. He is an evil man in her eyes, and she must expose him for being the liar, the fraud that he is. On the other end of that, the wizard has accumulated this group of high-ranking people who are well-liked, perceived at least to be, like Madame Morble, and we have Glinda, Ariana Grande's character. She is just trying to make everything work. She is trying to keep herself in both worlds. She still wants to help her friend Elphaba, but she also wants this power that she's getting from the wizard and just being a public figure. It's a battle between these kind of ideologies that makes Glinda really the heart and soul of this film. That's not to say that Elphaba does not have good moments. There's a moment where she gets her quote-unquote villain song, No Good Deed. It's Be Prepared from Lion King. It's a little bit of Poor Unfortunate Soul. It's just this down and out moment of like, you know what? I'm going to be the evil y'all want me to be, and I love that. It is such a spectacle. It's such a good thing. That is the Elphaba moment of this movie. But like I said, it is really about this battle between that Glinda is feeling, and we see that between all the characters, trying to balance the way the world sees us and who we want to be. It's a wonderful, wonderful message, and I think it's handled so beautifully throughout the film, and all these characters are dealing with it. We have Bach, we have Nessa, we have Fiyero. They're all trying to like have a public persona and also still live their lives, and how hard it is for some people where like Nessa is going a little crazy in Munchkin Land and keeping the Munchkins there because she really wants Bach's attention, and we see Fiyero trying to leave his relationship with Glinda because he wants to be with Elphaba. There's just so many layers to the story, and I think it just moves through all the pieces pretty well. I think the second half of this movie picks up. There is a quote unquote wedding scene. it's a wedding in a big spectacle musical. It's not going to go how you think, but my goodness, after that wedding scene, the movie just kicks into overdrive and really finds its footing and really just grooves through it all so well. Do you know what this movie also handles well? Its overall theme, and I think this is a theme that's great in the Wicked stage show. This was something they talked about in the book, but it's really done double down in the film. My goodness, the idea of propaganda, the way the propaganda machine, the way what we put out there really does change the perception of so many things. It is so relevant nowadays of how we villainize certain people and how we can use the media and just overall pop culture to really shape perspectives and shape conversations around certain figures and around certain ideologies. It's wild the way propaganda plays such a big part in it. The way you just look in the background and you see these anti-Elphaba, this wicked witch like propaganda all over the place. Again, it's just so seamlessly thrown throughout the movie, and you're truly like almost being brainwashed by the movie itself. It's wild to think, and again, living in the world that we live in, to see propaganda, to see these public figures use a person like Glinda, who is this so nice and lovable person, to sell out their horrible messages. It's genius. It's smart. It's relevant. And again, it's what keeps Wicked to be not just a fun witchy movie about, girl power and things like that. This has something to say, which I think is super, super beneficial and really does make this movie that much better, and it makes it that much more interesting, and it really does keep it all together. Speaking of keeping it together, this movie has a bit of a journey to go through for this awards season. I would love to see Wicked for Good have its equal moment that the last film had, have its big, bombastic, awards campaign. It doesn't seem like it's going to have that. One I have a issue with here is the original songs. The Glinda song finished, which is the second of the original songs here, and the first thought in my head was, ooh, Golden from K-Pop Demon Hunters is safe. The wig is not being snatched because these songs are fine. And that was going to be one of the easiest bets to get into the Oscar race here, is with their original songs. It's not going to work. You can't nominate No Good Deed. You can't nominate For Good. So these two original songs in the movie, they're fine. No Place Like Home and The Girl in the Bubble, both of them are fine. They're fine. They're good. They kind of pause the movie. And I will say on the other awards thing, it just won costume design last year. The production design is fine. The cinematography is still strange at times, to say the least, but honestly, one of the best bets they could have here is supporting actress with Ariana Grande. While I do think she's the forefront of this film, narratively, she still is a supporting character, so I definitely think she will go in that supporting category. And honestly, this year with Amy Madigan from Weapons, Tiana Taylor from One Battle After Another, and Ariana Grande. Oh God, there's so many other people too. Those are the three that are kind of stuck in my head now. Ariana Grande is so good in this film. She's such a powerhouse. The way she plays the comedy, the way she plays the emotional moments, the way her voice transcends, and it just feels, oh my God, her voice is so strong. I've been an Ariana Grande fan since Problem. And to see her voice and her vocals now, from the Dangerous Woman era to Seven Rings and all that, Thank You Next, all that era was so good. But this is the best I've ever heard Ariana Grande. This is the best I've ever seen her act. This is such a powerhouse performance, and that could be the easiest way that this film can get into this year's awards season. In this review for Wicked for Good, I've talked about its awards potentials. I've talked about how strong the story is and how I was surprised that I liked it as much as I did. There's nothing else I can say here. I think this is an easy bet of a big blockbuster you should see this fall season. If you love the first Wicked movie, you're gonna love this one. If you were like, oh, maybe I need a little bit more oomph, a little bit more tension, a little bit more drama, this is the more serious Wicked story that you may have been waiting for. And if you don't like Wicked, then why are you watching the review? Why are you even angry about it existing? If you didn't like the first one, why would you like this one? Why? Some people truly love to just frustrate themselves by going to see a movie that they know they won't like. Ignore those people. They're just here to just anger themselves. If you want to see this movie, I highly recommend it. It is a great viewing. It surprised me as someone who went in with expectations and liking Wicked, liking this universe. I came in with my own expectations, even some negative ones, and I was really happy that this met my expectations and even went further than that. Thank you guys so much for tuning into this week's video where I break down Wicked for Good. What did you guys think of this movie? What do you guys think of the Wicked universe? Do you think this has any any awards potential. What's your favorite moment from it? Let me know. Do you think Ariana Grande also has any chances at Best Supporting Actress? Share all your thoughts down in the comments below. Give me a thumbs up if you did like this video, because YouTube takes those way too seriously. And let's talk about Wicked for Good right down below.